ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam ya. Join with me. Hine ma tov. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim
means how good we sit together.
shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Try it with me. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Hine ma tov u'manayim. That's it, there you go.
shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yalla la la la.
Nema tov u'manayim shevet achim. So it's customary on Shabbat that you have to breathe in the beauty and the mystery and the awe of Shabbat. So you're going to do that with me. So I want you all just to let out your breath. Let out the weekday. Just that's it. But now you got to let Shabbat in. So take a deep breath. Bring it in. Feel those lungs filling up with Shabbat. Now you're going to take a breath out again. Get all of that work out of your body, all of that tension, all of that running. Let it out. One more in of peace. We need that, don't we? Right? Shabbat's about slowing down, slowing your blood pressure, lowering your heart rate. It's about feeling your soul. And you can only do that when you quiet down. That's what happens on Shabbat. We create a little bit of quiet to feel our soul. We're going to celebrate the wonderful Shabbat, Bar Mitzvah Gavin, who's going to be leading us as well in some of our prayers. You're going to be able to follow in the Siddur, in the prayer book that you have there, especially designed for some of our Friday night services. We're going to begin with the candle lighting. So for Shabbat, calling forward Leah, Ellie, and Ava Tzur, and Ruth Ann Perlman and Esther Tzur. If you'll join us up here, we're all going to rise together for the blessing over the Shabbat candles.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
We go together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Gracious God, thank you for the privilege of ushering in another Shabbat of rest and peace. With a full heart, I thank you for the blessings of the week which has passed and for the strength which I was granted to overcome its difficulties. I ask your blessings for the week that lies ahead. Grant health and contentment to my loved ones and friends. Help us to strengthen each other with gentle words and acts of kindness. Bestow your blessing upon all your children. May this home be a sacred shrine in which you will delight to dwell.
Amen.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
You may be seated. Now in the Siddur, page 5, Romemu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu. This side.
Over here. You say ki.
Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu.
Ki means because. Here we go. Ki.
Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho.
Page 7, L'chadodi, we're going to welcome in that Shabbat bride, the beautiful image. So we're going to begin seated, but then the final stanza, we're going to rise up together. We're going to face towards the door. They'll magically open, and we're going to envision the beauty of Shabbat bride joining us, L'chadodi.
L'chadodi likrat kala yalala yalala
If you don't know the belly, you'll learn it with
Shabbat.
It's there in transliteration. You can join along.
L'chadodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'liti.
Try along with us. Here we go.
L'chadodi
likrat kala yalala yalala yalala
b'nei Shabbat
Lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat mekabela.
Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat mekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat mekabela.
We rise together, we face toward the doors. Here we go.
Bo'vi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzola toch emunei am segula bo'vi chala lecha
Dodi likrat kala, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat
mekabela. Let's hear you.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat. We remain standing for the call to worship, the official call to worship, the Baruch, page 9.
La 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
You may be seated. Wednesday night, Thursday, we celebrated Purim. It happened to be the vernal equinox, which also meant that it was Nowruz. Right? Who knows what Nowruz is? Elena, what's Nowruz? It's the Persian New Year. Right? Say, Eid Shmo Mubarak. You wish each other like a new year. And they have wonderful rituals. Purim is the Persian holiday of excellence, the story of Persian Jewry. But the idea of vernal equinox is a reminder about nature and its beauty, and remind ourselves that somehow that the universe we live in has this order, and we can sense God's presence in the very act of creation. That's what this paragraph is about on page 9. So we're going to read it together, if you will, the English. Join with me. With the darkness comes your light. Earth and sky blend into one. The heavens seem closer now. The day's burdens farther somehow. Your presence is almost palpable. You own the darkness. You unlock doors I never thought would open. You decorate the earth with seasons. You paint the stars in the sky. You design day and night, showing us the light and the darkness and the light. Bless you, God, for bringing on the light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim.
Amen. Page 11, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Hukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Akein Adonai Eloheinu, V'shochenu uvekumenu, Nasiach bechukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, Uv'mitzvotecha, Le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayeinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki hem chayeinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki hem chayeinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki hem chayeinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla. V'yavatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael.
Amen. On page 14, invite you, the words of the Shema will be led by our bar mitzvah Gavin. The first 6 words, I invite you to close your eyes and just to reflect on the oneness of life, the oneness of your soul, oneness with God as we join together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol lavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevarvecha Vishinantam levanecha, vidibarta bam, beshiftecha, bevtecha, uvlachtecha, vaderech, uvshochbecha, uvkumecha, ukshartam leot ayadecha, vehayu letotafot benenecha, uftavtam. Al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Lemon tizkeru vayasitem ekol mitzvotai vehitem kedoshim leloechem ani Adonai Elohim, Asher Hoseti Erchem, Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Lehiol Lachem, Lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohim, Adonai Elohim, Emet. All right.
We're going to continue. Page 17, as the Israelites saying at the Sea of Reeds, who is like unto you, O God? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef eleh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef eleh. Malchutecha ra'u v'necha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe. Ze Eliyanu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef eleh. V'nemar kifada Adonai et Yaakov uga'alo miyad chazak mimenu, miyad chazak mimenu. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef eleh, osef eleh, osef eleh. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
Amen. Page 19. In a world that seems so dark sometimes and so many acts of violence, we pray for God to build that sukkah of peace over us, over Jerusalem, over the world. We're going to join together.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmur tzeiteinu uvoeinu lechaim ushalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu Sukkot shalomecha. Ufros aleinu Sukkot shalomecha. Just your voices.
beautiful. We rise together. Vishamru, come on up here. Gavin wants to make sure that you all join along with him in singing this prayer. He doesn't want to be doing this alone. So page 21, Vishamru.
I'm ready. Shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledor v'tam berit olam v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledor v'tam berit olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael od hi leolam od hi leolam od hi leolam v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledor v'tam berit olam Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledor v'tam berit olam Uvayom hashvi'i Shavat vaynafash Shavat vaynafash Shavat vaynafash V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledor v'tam berit olam
You may be seated. My pleasure to call forward Adrian Ross. He's going to introduce our guest rabbi this evening, right?
Okay.
Come on.
Shabbat Shalom. I want to welcome Rabbi Jeremy Feinberg and his fiancée Heather Kesselman to Temple Aliyah this evening. There's a lot to read about Rabbi Feinberg in your Kol Shabbat, and I'll also share with you that he hails originally from Skokie, Illinois, graduate of Brandeis University, and may he'll be ordained from Jewish Theological Seminary of America in New York. He has served in the past as a youth director, an educational consultant, and program director for Ramah, Wisconsin. He is the Rabbinical School Student Organization president and leads services at the Jewish Theological Seminary's official synagogue. And interesting, he was chaplain for formerly incarcerated individuals, providing pastoral care and guidance. And there's more, but let me introduce now Rabbi Jeremy Feinberg.
Shabbat Shalom, and thank you, Adrian, and also thank you, Gavin, for letting me share your stage. It's really so wonderful to be here at Temple Aliyah, where Heather and I are having such a wonderful time. We got in yesterday, and it's really been excellent to be here. So thank you for helping us feel such a warm and welcoming and comforting community over this course of the Shabbat. I want to tell you a little bit about myself, which is that I love to learn different things. I love to meet people who have interesting backgrounds and stories and learn about what's going on in their lives. And I, like I imagine many of the people in this room, find that during the week, I have blinders on. During the week, I am doing my job. I am in school. I'm a full-time student. I have other jobs also, but I'm mostly focused on the things I care about in school, the things I have to learn in school. And I'm really focused. I'm laser focused on those things, and I don't always have a chance to open myself up, to take off the blinders, and to see all of the other interesting things that there are going on around me, to meet with people who are interesting in different ways than the people I interact with during the week. And I like to think that Shabbat is an opportunity for myself, and hopefully you guys can agree, It's an opportunity to take off some of those blinders, to spend a little bit of time not doing so focused on what it is that we're normally doing, but focusing a little bit more broadly, welcoming other people into our field of sight, welcoming other people into our field of vision and other ideas. And so I want to share a story, a famous rabbinic story about that. And before I continue, I want to let everyone know, if a rabbi or any other teacher tells you something is famous, it means just that they know about it already. It doesn't actually mean it's necessarily famous, otherwise you would already know about that story. So I want to share what I think is a really beautiful and challenging story about this idea of what it means to be super, super focused only on your thing, and what it means, hopefully, to use Shabbat as an opportunity to open up your field of vision. And the story goes that a couple thousand years ago, back in the land of Israel, there were two rabbis, and they were doing things that many of us find commonplace today. They were complaining about the government. And they complained about the government, and I'm sure I know a couple people who've complained in the past couple of years or even days about the government. But back then, it used to be much more dangerous. And so they complained about the government, and then they found out that the soldiers, the Roman soldiers, were going to follow them or chasing after them. And so they hid. And these two rabbis, there was actually a father and a son, they hid in a cave. And they hid in a cave, and they would end up being there for 12 years. And in the story, the cave is protected by God, and God does a number of miracles for these two rabbis. And God allows them to stay in the cave and to survive in the cave. And while they're in the cave, they get to do the thing that they most wanted to do, which was study the Torah, study Jewish texts and Jewish ideas, and only study Jewish texts and ideas for 12 years. And at the end of the 12 years, they find out that the soldiers are no longer searching for them. Their lives are no longer in danger. And they leave the cave. But when they leave the cave, something remarkable and terrible happens. Because they had been so focused on their narrow field of study, on the thing that they thought was the most important thing in the world, according to the story, when they left the cave, they developed a special ability. And that ability was that anything that they looked at, if it didn't meet their approval, if they didn't think it was worthy, they could basically zap it into oblivion. They had laser eyes. They were basically Cyclops from the X-Men. They could incinerate anything that they looked upon, or any person that they looked upon, that they didn't think was appropriate, that didn't meet their vision or their understanding of what Judaism was supposed to say, or of what the world was supposed to be. And they went around for what appears to be a couple of minutes, zapping things in the world and just burning things up. And so God told them, you have to leave. You have to go back into the cave, and as punishment for destroying parts of God's world. And so they went back into the cave, and they went back and they spent another 12 months in the cave. And when they came out of the cave, again, studying all the time, but when they came out, they had realized that they couldn't just live in this focused way of destroying everything they saw, but the son retained the ability. He still was zapping everything he saw, but the father developed the ability to heal whatever it was that the son destroyed. And they said, okay, this is better than nothing. You destroy, but I can heal. And so that's enough for the world. And they go around for a little while destroying and healing, destroying and healing. And finally, it comes to be a Friday night. And they see a man running. It's almost Shabbat. He's running to his home, and he's carrying 2 bouquets of flowers. And they say to him, what are you doing with these flowers? Why is this the way that you're spending your time? You can imagine they're getting ready to zap him again. And he says, well, they're for Shabbat. I want to bring Shabbat into my home, into my family's life, and I want the flowers for Shabbat. And they say, well, why do you need 2? One is enough. You only need 1 set of flowers. And he says, well, there's 2, commandments about Shabbat. There's Zachor, we should remember Shabbat, and we should Shamor Shabbat. We should guard Shabbat. We should remember, and we should keep Shabbat. And so, because there's 2 of these commandments, I'm going to do both, and I'm going to symbolize that with 2 bouquets of flowers. And the father looks to the son, and they say, for this, the world can stand. We're going to stop destroying the world because the Jewish people care about Shabbat. And I love this story because we can imagine what it feels like to be laser focused and to burn things up if they don't fit our vision of how the world should be or how the world should feel or how people in our lives should behave. And hopefully, if we're doing Shabbat even remotely well, and I imagine that since we're all here in this room celebrating Shabbat together, celebrating a wonderful bar mitzvah this coming Shabbat, we're doing Shabbat well, it means that we're willing to take off the blinders just a little bit, to open our eyes just a little bit to what else is going on in our world, to who else is in our world, to look around, and I want to encourage everyone to look around at the other people in this room, to think for a minute about the people who aren't able to be here for whatever reason, and think about how can we welcome them into our field of vision? How can we welcome them into our understanding of what it means to repair the world, to make sure that there are those people who are going to zap the world? And maybe it's us sometimes, but to make sure that we're doing what we can to also heal the world. And also, while we're doing that, to think about how Shabbat can help us bring in the beautiful smells of those flowers, to bring in the ideas of remembering and keeping Shabbat, and hopefully to open our eyes to the wonders of community and family and tradition that Shabbat offers. And so I hope we're all able to keep some of these ideas in mind as we go into Shabbat, as we celebrate together with Gavin and the whole Tzur family, and that we're able to keep an open mind. So thank you, and Shabbat Shalom. We'll continue with Adonai Svatai Tiftach.
We're going to continue. I didn't realize that the X-Men and all of the superheroes were sort of inspired by the Talmud 2,000 years ago. We're going to continue with the Chatzi Kaddish, page 23.
Yitkada v'yitkada shemei rabba.
Amen.
V'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich machutei b'chayechon v'yahomechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael b'gala b'gala uv'izman karib v'yimeru amen Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'alam olam me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei kudusha berichu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran ve'alma ve'imru amen.
We're going to rise together, please, page 25. We're going to prepare our souls for the Amidah. I'm going to teach you Hebrew. Those of you who don't know Hebrew, but those who don't know how to read, you're going to repeat after me just 6 words. Here we go. One word at a time. Adonai, Tzvatai, Tiftach,
Tiftach
Ufi,
ufi
Yagid, Hilatecha.
hilatech.
God, open my mouth that my lips may proclaim your praise. We're going to sing this together from our hearts. You're going to focus and just open your hearts because we often don't have the right words to express what our hearts are feeling. And so then we transition quietly, silently into the Amidah. You can pray the Hebrew or the English, or if you prefer, just the prayers, meditations of your heart as we begin together.
Ana na 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 Adonai. Ana na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Ana na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Ana na 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 Adonai. Ana na 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 Svatai Ananananana ufi yagi, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai, Adonai, Sfatai tifta. Ananananana ufi yagi, ufi yagi tehilatecha.
When you're finished with your prayers, you may be seated.
Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen.
Join with us. Here we go.
Oh, say shalom bimromav, huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen.
La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 say shalom bimromav oh ya say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru
Amen. Ve'imru
Page 41 in the middle. I'm going to transition into a prayer for healing and strength and comfort. We believe our prayers can help make a difference, whether it's for you or for someone you know. If someone's dealing with a physical illness, they're fighting cancer, if they're dealing with an emotional issue or mental health issue, addiction. So many people who need prayers and strength. So if this is for you or for someone you love, whether you're here in the sanctuary or if you're even home and you are in need of the prayers as well and healing, we're going to read together in the English in the middle of the page, and then we'll trail off. You have a moment just to think for yourself and bring in the prayers to your heart or to others, and then we'll join together in the prayer of Rephaenu. As we read together in the middle of the page, join with me. Heal us, O God, and we shall be healed. Help us and save us, for you are our glory. Grant perfect healing for all our afflictions. May it be your will, God, our God, God of our ancestors, to send perfect healing of body and soul to, at this time, your private prayers.
Rephaenu Adonai V'nei Rapha.
Join together.
God, only you can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei Cholei Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, restores our loved ones, heal our people speedily in our day. God, only you can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei Cholei Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, restores our loved ones, heal our people speedily in our day, and let us say,
Thank you, Hazan Stein, for a piece that you composed. Beautiful. Top of page 42, there's an English reading there. I want you to join with me, please, if you will. At the very top there in English together. The commandment to bless this wine together is a commandment to drink life as deeply as we drink from this cup. It is a commandment to bless life, to love deeply. It's a commandment to remember with Shabbat heart, act with Shabbat hands, to see the world with Shabbat eyes. It is a commandment to laugh until we are all laughter, to sing until we are all song, to dance until we are all dance, to love until we are all love. This is the wine that God has commanded us to bless and drink. We rise together as Gavin's going to lead us in the Hiddush. If you'll know, you'll join along with him.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav
V'Shabbat Kodsho
תפילה למקרא קודש זכר לציית מצרים תנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת בכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הכלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Go ahead. I think it's grape juice.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We remain standing as we join together, and Gavin will lead us as well in Aleinu, page 45.
לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו ככם ותור עלינו ככל לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל
Not to, you go up, I go down. Not to so. God, you go up, I go Elohim. Hu Eloheinu, go forward, I go back. Efesulato, kakahatu, betorahato, bedat hayom, behashevota, elevavecha, ki Adonai, hu ha-Elohim, Bashamayim mimah haaretz ve'haaretz mitah.
נאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
You may be seated. This time of memorial, we're calling reverence, the yordzites of those who have been gathered unto their people. Remember with love the memories of those we recall on this Shabbat, of Ray Ruskin, Byron Wayne, Rose Levine, Max Goldfarb, Ruth Apollyon, Sylvia Klein, Sadie Abronson, Gwen Leipzig, Sophie Tmore, Sylvia Rosengard, Emmanuel Zine, Stanley Barnett, Marion Brown, Anita Strauss, Matthew Wagner, Andrea Borkowski, Salnanat Dalalizadeh, Elias Golin, and Helen Farutan. For those reciting Kaddish, we invite you to rise at this time on page 47, the words of Kaddish. Whether you're here in the sanctuary or if you're at home and you're reciting Kaddish and we are your sacred community, your minyan, we are here for you as well. May these words give strength and comfort to those who now recite them as you join together. Yit Gadal ve'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Yalma divrach irutei yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon b'yomechon chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala v'zman kariv yimeru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'olam U'Me'omaya. Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vipa'ar, Vitromam, Vitnaseh, Vitadar, Vitalev, Vitalal, Shemei Kudashah, Brichu, Le'elam, Min Kol, Birchata, Vishirata, Tushvechata, V'nechamata, Damiran, V'alma, V'meru, Amen, Yehi Shlama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, V'chayim, Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'meru, Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru, amen. May God establish His peace in the heavens, grant peace and harmony for us, for all Israel and all of humanity, as we say, amen. You may be seated. My pleasure to call back up Adrian. You're coming back up second time, encore performance. You're going to share some announcements for us, if you will, please.
Welcome to Temple Aliyah Shabbat Live, and thank you to Rabbi Feinberg for spending the Shabbat with us. Rabbi Feinberg's schedule is on the front of your Kol Shabbat handout, and we hope you'll be able to spend a little time with him over the weekend and get to know him. Tomorrow, please join us for our Shabbat morning service at 9:15 a.m. Shabbat Club has some fun and great Purim activities planned for the kids, so plan on dropping them off at 10 a.m. and having them stay through lunch. We also have a Shabbat afternoon service tomorrow at 4:30 with the bar mitzvah of Gavin Soar. Not much happening here on Sunday. Oh, you can pick up your Mishloach Manot if you haven't already at the Purim Carnival. Bring the whole family. There will be inflatables, games, booths, and some great food from 10 to 4. Jewish music comes in many styles, genres, and texts. And Hazan Mimi and Stein will explore the many answers to the questions, what is Jewish music, on Wednesday night at 7:30 here at the Temple. Next Friday night at 7 p.m. is Klezmer Shabbat with our great Klezmer band, and Saturday morning have some coffee with Rabbi Goldstein at 9:45 at Java and Jeans. We'll also have our traditional morning service at 9:15 with the bat mitzvah of Aliyah Stern and the baby naming of Maya Eliana Simon. And the Rat Pack is coming. The Rat Pack is coming to Temple Aliyah on April 28th for our gala honoring Hazan Mimi and David and Patty Samuels. You should have all gotten your formal invitations in the mail this week. Information on all Temple Aliyah events, and you can tell we have a few, can be found in the Kol Shabbat pamphlet handed out as you came in or at templealiyah.org. Thank you to Phil for all the friendly greetings, making the service run so smoothly. And please join us in Lubin Hall after the service for our Oneg Shabbat, graciously sponsored by the Tzur family in honor of Gavin's bar mitzvah. Lastly, I'd like to remind our congregation and our visitors about the sanctity of Shabbat and refrain from using electronic devices such as cameras, cell phones, or video games while at the synagogue on Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
And just after we finish the Don Olam Tzur family, you're going to go in for your dinner, your Shabbat dinner, right? So those of you who are here for Gavin's bar mitzvah specifically and invited, you'll join them for a beautiful Shabbat dinner. In the meantime, let's rise together. Page 49. We'll do a Don Olam.
At Gavin's request.
Okay.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, V'chev Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'acharei Kiklot Takol, Levado Yimloch Nara Adon Olam, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, Ve'hu Yebatit Vara Adon Olam, Ve'hu Echad, Ve'ein Sheni, Laham Shilo Lahach Vira Adon Olam, Ve'li Reshit, Ve'li Tachlit, Ve'lo Haoz V'ham Misra Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, V'chev Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'hu Eli V'chai Goali, B'tzur chevli v'yetzara adon olam. Behu nisi umanosli. Menat kozi b'yom ekra adon olam. B'yado avkid ruchi. Ve'etishad ve'a'ira adon olam. Ve'im ruchi geviati. Adonai livelo ira adon olam. Adon olam. Asher malam.
Asher Malam.
B'terem kol. Yitzir nivra. Le'et nasa. V'chesel kol. Azai melech shemo nikra adon olam. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.